What's up, guys? I'm back here today trying out something very, very new, something I've never done before on this channel, and that is grading some cards. I actually graded it for the very first time just recently, and I had the results back here. I sent some of my favorite cards off to grade. Usually, before you grade, you have to make sure that they're actually in good condition, so I spent some time looking through cards that I know would be better off graded and that I thought would grade well. And in the background, I have some ones from BGS. Now, I did not send these to Beckett. I sent these to PSA. But I don't really have many PSA graded cards, so I just threw these two in the back. But yeah, so I looked through my collection. I had a lot of nice stuff. Usually, I'm not a huge fan of graded cards. I don't like to buy graded cards. I also don't like to grade cards that often. I only graded these because I kind of want to try it out. I've never done it before. So I picked a small handful of cards, and I'll show you the results today. Now, I know I'm going to get this question a lot. And before I address that, actually, if you just want to see the results of the cards, I would encourage you to maybe speed up the video, skip through, because I'm going to answer a few questions first. Number one, I know a lot of guys are going to ask me, hey, can you explain the process to me of grading? The best thing I can really give to you guys is if you go on PSA's site and you click Start a Submission, I think that's what the button says. You can find it. You can't miss it. It gives you the steps pretty well. Now, I haven't done Beckett yet. I'll probably at some point then try Beckett and see how it is and see which one I like better, but I only tried PSA for now. But as far as PSA, you go on their site, you can start a submission. It gives you the steps really easy. I mean, I knew nothing about grading at all, and sent these in myself. Everything came back. Took longer than the 25 days that it says, or something like that. But it was the holiday season, so finally have these. Very happy. And I gotta admit, it was confusing, but my advice would be just read it over, look up some examples of what other people did, and in general, if you just think about it for a little bit, you can kind of figure it out. It's not too hard. And so yeah, let's take a look at the cards we have. So of course I am no grader myself, but I just took some ones I thought would grade the best. I already opened this up so I could take some papers out because they have your order form, your information on there, all sorts of stuff I didn't want to show in this video. But if I open up this box, which is just originally I didn't know it pulls out like this, so it took me forever to open this. But here are all the cards, and they are nice and protected in some bubble wrap and some little foam. So that box is no longer useful to us. So let's see all the cards. I'm going to just briefly go through each one and show us what we got. There are some wins, there's some losses. You can resubmit some cards. So in worst case scenario, it's not the end of the world. I could resubmit it if I really believe the grade was wrong. But I mean, usually, with PSA, I haven't seen too many issues. With Beckett, I've seen a lot of issues where awfully centered cards get 9.5, and it's kind of just some issues with grading. I don't know. That's why I'm not a big fan of it, because I've seen cards that are severely off-centered get 9.5, and the exact same centered card will get an 8.5. So I don't know. Those kind of subs, while they're nice, the subs here, they're good, but at the same time they kind of annoy me to a bit. So I did start off with PSA because I thought it'd be just a little simpler. So yeah, once again, some wins, some losses, and we're gonna start off with this one here first. You know what? I don't want to spoil all of them. Let me see if I can just go like this, cover them for now. If you do want to just see them, you can just skip ahead and you'll see it. So the first one I have is a Jaren Jackson Jr. Galactic. As you can see, I'm obsessed with these parallels. The print run, I think, is around 15. I mean, I'm not exactly sure. They come one per master case of 16 boxes. So, I mean, if you guys do the math, I think someone did it, and they said it was around that. But so I sent this one in. I had one Galactic I bought, I believe, and then I bought two more off somebody, and I just love these parallels so much. So I have the Dylan Brooks. I have two Dylan Brooks. I have three Jaren Jacksons. I need the Morants, and I need some Brandon Clark. So if you have one or you know where I can get one, hit me up because I need some more Grizzlies. But yeah, so this one got a 10. I was very, very pleased. And I actually knew the results beforehand because they sent me an email and you want to see your grades? So I clicked the link and it just shows all your grades. So I was like, yay to some. And I was like, oh, come on to some. But I think, if you really look closely, most of them are justified. So, yeah, Jaren Jackson Jr., 10. And one of these, actually, here, let me get another one out. So the next one, as you guys already saw, was also a Jaren Jackson Jr., which also got a 10. Now, one of these I thought would get a 9. I think it's this one. One of them was just a little rough around one of the edges, a tiny bit rough. I thought for some reason that would get a 9 because I thought they were really picky. But I guess everything else was perfect because I got a 10. So I have two 10s. I have one BGS 9.5. So a lot of Jarens. I own 20% of the population. I love these cards. Really nice. I love how this one already came scratched. I don't know if you can see that, but the holder right there. See that little line? But it's whatever. I really don't care. And then, so I have these two. And we'll speed up after I do this one. I'm just kind of going through the basics. And I use these graded card sleeves to then protect them. So I'm going to show you that now. And then we'll get through the rest a little faster since I show you the first initial ones. If I can get these out. Well, I need them out regardless. I'll just pull them all out. But yes, I just take this, slide it in, peel this off. And I always put this sticky side on the back. So this way it's not, it's kind of hard to do behind the camera, but I mean, for the most part, there you go. So now it's protected so the case doesn't scratch. Because the case, it gets scratched and you're kind of screwed. So there you go. That's how I do it. I always remember put the label the sticky part facing the other side. All right, so now I'll kind of just speed up through these ones. I'll just give a little briefness on every single one. So I sent some Luka in. Here's a silver. This one I was pretty sure we'd get a 9, but I still wanted to grade it and protect it anyway. Centering's not that good on this one. But everything else for the most part looks pretty good, except for a little small ding there. So I was anticipating this would get a 9, and I'm not too upset with it getting a 9. I mean, 9's better than 8, right? So yeah, but nice. I like this silver a lot. It looks nice. I don't know if they take off for this, which is kind of like the surface has like, it's just kind of production, like all of them are like that, but I don't know if they take off for that. So I mean, if you know, please let me know. Next one we have is Trey Young, and this one I originally was stunned got a 9, but when I looked closer I remember that it had a small scratch on it, so I was like, okay. And plus the centering isn't great. A lot of the Trays have like weird up and down centering, not as bad as the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander ones, but it's, the top centering was iffy on some of them. So Trace over there, nice, got a 9, and you know, once again, win some. I was so happy those Jarens both got 10s because I was pretty surprised. And then, but then the Luka and the Trae got 9s, which I mean, I'm not really gonna move them, so I don't really care. Next one, which I was surprised, we have a PSA 9 Kawhi Leonard Prism from rookie from Prism. Got this for $2, as I've said a bajillion times. I'm sure you're sick of hearing it, but this one I thought would get a 7 or 8 because this back corner is actually, well, it's not as bad as I remember it, but the back corner is just a little bit iffy. But I did grade it, and it came back a 9. I was so pleasantly surprised. I really thought this would be an 8 at best. But yeah, 9. I mean, once again, I'm not the grader, so as you can see, I was wrong on almost all of these. But I'm very happy. Kawhi is one of my favorites. This dude is just a beast. I love perimeter, you know, guys who can defend. And Kawhi is certainly that. Awesome, awesome dude. One of the most popular players for a reason, even though he doesn't say much. Next one is kind of a mix-up for all you Pokemon guys. We have a Pokemon card. This one I graded just for giggles, pretty much. I knew that it wouldn't grade amazingly well, but at the same time, I wanted to grade one of my Pokemon cards. So this one is a PSA 6. I don't know how well you can see this, but there's some scratches along, and you can't really see it that well. But take my word for it. Around the edges, it's just some white peeking through. The foil is just okay in some areas, but this is one of my like OG Pokemon cards from when I first started playing and collecting Pokemon cards. So I said, why not just grade it, even though it's not going to grade well. I thought it'd just be fun, so I'm sending a bunch out. I want to try a Pokemon one anyway. But yeah, I have a lot of Pokemon cards. I love Pokemon. Next one, we have Luka Doncic 10. Here's a nice one I was happy about. Chinese New Year Emerald to 88. Number 27 of 88. So very happy this got a 10. Got this off eBay, remember. And after that, I was like, I had a lot of buyer's remorse when I got this card. Pretty much, I thought I overpaid. Obviously now I didn't because everything went up. I did not see Luka being, you know, as good as he is now. I could have bought some Galactic Lukas, some huge Lukas, and I passed on them. Now they went up like 4 times, 5 times in price. So, yep. I mean, live and you learn, I guess. But I'm happy that got a 10. Next is Trae Purple Wave, and this one got a 9, which is, I guess, fair because the centering's not that good on the side. I'm sure there's a few other things they found, but yeah, I was hoping at least one of these would get a 10. I'm not too sure what's in there. Is that a scratch on the case? It better be. But it looks like it's kind of a scuff on the case. But yeah, it's Trey Young, Purple Wave. I remember I bought this for pretty cheap, so I mean, it was a nice card to get. Now, speaking of the waves, we got a Trey one, and once again, this is the red wave now, and the centering, as I mentioned, is not too good. But got a 9, and the light is just so bright, it's like having trouble looking good. There you go. But Trey Ruby Red Wave looks good with that Hawks uni, And yeah, PSA 9. So at the end of the day, I'm keeping these for a long time. So I don't even really care that they're 9s now. I mean, sure, maybe down the road I wish they were 10s, but you can't win them all. Next one, let's get big with Luka. 9, unfortunately, but the centering on the top is not that good. So I kind of saw that one coming. And yeah, I mean, everything else looks fine, but I'm sure they found something else. I don't know. If I really wanted in the future, I could, resub it. I mean, as you've seen by what I said earlier with BGS, depends on who's grading. Sometimes they can be more lenient, sometimes not. I'm sure if I submitted this, again, there's a chance I could get a 10. Who knows? But I know people who've done that. I've been talking to a lot of people about grading. They're like, yeah, I just resubmit my stuff all the time. I've seen some stuff get resubbed and get just insane grade changes. So you never know. Next one, Deshaun Watson, one of the best steals I've ever gotten. This is at least at the time, I thought it was just a good deal. Now it turns out to be a steal. But I knew this would get a 9 because of the corners. 7 of 25, Deshaun Watson Black. Rated rookie from Optic. Very nice. Love this card. I love the Optic rated rookies. And yeah, it's just a really nice looking card. I mean, the black border looks sweet. And just so slick. I really wish I picked up more Optic stuff. I could have gotten some Watson stuff for cheap, and I passed, of course, because I always pass. And second to last is Marvin Bagley. This one got a 10, so I was very happy. Nice. This one I was pretty sure we'd get a 10. I mean, the centering's really good. I mean, if I sent this to BGS, this would have done really well. The corners, the edges, everything's great. Marvin Bagley, I think, give him some time to get healthy, if he can stay healthy, and he can be a really good player. 8 and 2, Jaren, Trae, Luka, Shea, the 6 guys from this class that are looking really good, in addition to some other guys. But Pink Pulsar, Bagley's a really sweet card. I'm happy to have this one. Very, very shiny. And then finally, we saved the best for last. This was actually on top originally, but I thought since it's so nice, we'll save it for last. But we have Optic, Luka, Gemin, 10 Hollow. Boom. Look at that. This card went from like several $100 to like 1,500, something like that. And I love how they got a little piece of like lint in there. Good job, PSA. But still, the card's so slick. I really don't care. So nice, man. I'm so happy it's got a 10. I was surprised because once again, I'm not a grader. I didn't know how it would have done. But when I saw this one was the first one on the list and it's a 10, I was like, let's go. I was so happy. But yeah, gorgeous card. And some of these cards, when they grade 10s, they skyrocket in value. So this one like tripled in price. Whereas the 9s stay relatively the same. Usually 9 will be like around the area of raw, close enough. 10s, go up. If it gets anything lower than 9, it goes down. For PSA at least, in for my research. So overall, I'm very happy. Finally graded cards for the first time. I think my favorite one is this Luka. And then I'm sorry to all the others. I love my 2 Jarens. So all these are nice. I just wanted to try grading for the first time. Someone's in really good condition. All my favorite cards in my collection are not graded. I'm not going to grade them probably. But yeah, we're very happy to get these ones with a good grade. And I'll try probably deck it in the future whenever I have more stuff I want to grade. But it won't be too soon. I'm happy it went well. And if you have any grading questions, once again, I might not be the best person to go to. I'd recommend going to the site itself and reading up. Because at the end of the day, you got to do the research and you'll find the answers. So that'll do it for this video, guys. Very happy. Love this card. Love these 2 cards. Love all of them. And hopefully when we send stuff off to Beckett, we can get some amazing grades. So that'll do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, and sub. And I'll see you guys later.